Would you look at that? It finally seems like the Destroyer and the Emperor will do battle. What's up, guys? Hello, Pencil here, and here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 272 of Blue Lock, which is known as... Gosh, based on what I had to do for editing me, I don't actually know what the chapter is called, but I'm excited, y'all. You know, I'm something of a Kaiser fan myself. Quite a deep Kaiser fan, if I do say so myself. And to see him finally match up against Ren, I'm excited. Mainly because these two are, in my opinion, I know the Borrow fans are going to be like, Pencil Man, how dare you? But in my opinion, these two are the best rivals for Isagi. Loki. Actually, no. Honestly, if I'm being rival-wise for Isagi, I think I will give it to Borrow. So never mind. But still, Rin, a super duper important character with massive ramifications and implications on the narrative. So like, to see him finally get ready to face off against my GOAT, Kaiser Mikael. Oh, I'm excited. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Heading me. Oh, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, you know what time it is. Oh, you know what time it is. It's peak every week time. Yeah. You know, I had to hit the pre-draw on it. This chapter has got to be pre-designated worthy, absolutely and indubitably. As of course, this is Peak Lock. I've been reviewing it for a while now. It's been nothing but straight gas. However, the condition still exists. And someone brought up a horrific, undeniable, terrifying fact. I'm so confident that the win condition of that guy with the pencil becoming canon could not be met. It's PXG versus VM. It's arguably the most hyped match in the series next to the U20. There's no way the winning condition of that guy with the kitchen can be met, right? Because, you know, if there's a bad chapter in this match, I turn into that guy with the kitchen. A whole separate channel. I'm not sure how frequent the videos will be, but it'll be a thing. But I'm so confident. I'm really confident. But then someone reminded me in the comments of the last video, there's gonna likely be a chapter where Igaguri subs in. And there's likely gonna be a chapter where Igaguri does something. Something enough to possibly get him into the top 23. And when I tell you, I may violently retch on camera. Like, genuinely, I may leave the mic on and just grab the nearest waste bucket and blah. I'm scared. I'm scared. Igaguri's had chapters before. I still said the chapters were, as long as it's not too big. Nothing too crazy now, Kaneshiro Sensei. But, y'all know, I really don't like Igaguri. So, I'm in danger. But let's not waste any more time. Let's actually hop into chapter 272. What is this chapter called? I saw the color page. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Speaking of the color page, I do want to tackle it real quick. I like the fits. Don't get me wrong. I like all the fits. Undeniably, indubitably, the fits are fire. I like the whole button down, sort of like pseudo butlerish look for Loki. I like the suit that Lambahino's in. Obviously, you know, I love that Ego's showing up, showing out, being a part of the color page. I like the whole full 3-piece suit, button down, tie, all that Noel Noah's in, looking clean on the glass throne. Once again, representing he's on the throne. Of course, he's the number 1 striker in the world. No duh. But at the same time, it's a glass throne. At any moment, boom, that thing could be shattered, and he could no longer be number 1. I mean, he doesn't take Chris Prince seriously, but still, Chris Prince could come up and get it. Obviously, Isagi could come up and get it. Kaiser could come and get it. There's so many different characters, and who knows, likely more characters we just haven't been introduced to yet that could come and usurp Noel Noah. His longevity as a player is once again questionable. I mean, and I say that in terms of like, will we see Noel Noah versus Isagi? Like, is that a match 400 chapters from now that we're actually going to see, and we're going to see Isagi officially become the number 1 striker by actually surpassing Noel Noah and literally shattering his glass throne? I don't know, but it could be there. Prince, the fit is, it's simple, kind of fire. It's simple but kind of fire. He's got the blazer, he's got the high waters on, which is crazy. High waters, ankle socks, and white stompers. I'm not sure if that's the thing. I can't really say this fit is fire. I'll be completely real. It kind of looks like a fit that he kind of threw together. And it's weird, because notably, he is a fashion model. Like, he did that whole commercial with Yuki Maya. So it's entirely possible that this fit is just gas. So for any of my, like, actual fashionistas, I'm not even sure I'm saying that word right, my actual fashionistas in the comment section, if this fit is gas, with the whole high waters, plain white shoes, well, obviously it's supposed to be like a Nike shoe ripoff, and the blue blazer, like, if someone can tell me the fit's fire, it could be fire, but at least to me it looks a little trashy. And Snuffy, jeez, man, like, it's not Nomura's fault. Let me say that clear and plain. It's not Nomura's fault. I just think Snuffy has a whack design. And you may say, well, Pencilman, isn't that innately Nomura's fault? He designed the character. Maybe. Maybe Kaneshiro Sensei just gave him directions. Once again, I personally don't know how the whole artist and manga writer thing works. Like, when I decide to design a character, the character looks how I design it. And then, like, I may give them to other people, or give them to other people, and then they'll do their own renditions on it. But typically, my designs, I create bada bing, bada boom. But, like, does Kaneshiro Sensei say, hey, I want him to have a hook nose, large owl eyes, a forehead the size of Texas, and a chiseled jawline? Like, how does the design process work? Because I know for technically the One Punch Man manga, Murata is the artist for the manga, but for the webcomic, that was all one. So technically, all the manga is an adaptation of the webcomic. So at least Murata has references from one's own work, and then is like, okay, this is how the character looks here, let me draw them in this way. But, like, I'm not sure if that's the same case for Blue Lock and its characters, because I don't think Kaneshiro Sensei's ever drawn any of them. But still, his fit is also kind of, like, it's the colors of the fit. And all of it, that's the thing. The cover page looks like someone sprayed mustard over it. Like, the only character unaffected by the weird mustard look is, like, Ego. Even then, the top of his hair is, but at least the blue of his suit, it contrasts enough with the yellow that it doesn't seem to cause any problems with the mustard. And I'd say, no, even Chris, he looks a little bit mustardized. And I think it's the most standout with Snuffy, because it looks like he's literally wearing mustard pants, which goes with his mustard headband and his mustard hair. I don't know, he also looks horrifically pale. But once again, I think that's due to the lighting. It's still a weird look for Snuffy. And honestly, I'll even admit, Loki and Lavahino look a little bit weird because of how yellow they are. And hold on, let me turn the brightness up. Let me make sure this isn't just like... Yeah, I don't know, Lavahino and Loki both look a little bit pale and yellow. Like they got jaundice or something. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. But still, a W color page. Once again, take any artistic critique, especially coloring critique, because I started coloring, and I don't like to do it. But take any artistic critiques I ever give, especially to someone of the caliber of Nomura, with not a grain, not a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, 15 bags of salt. I couldn't do it. Remember, I could not do it. It's simply not in my kit, not in my bag. My bag is not that deep, for one. And two, it's definitely not this deep. But I do want to just give my critiques because it did stand out to me as like a little bit funky. Though I do like the color page, I do like the symbolism of all the masters, all the coaches, and obviously Ego being in the background with the only one having his face turned away and pushing his glasses up because he never actually got to become one of the World 5, or not that this isn't the World 5, but one of the top strikers in the world. He was a rival for Noel Noah, but he never ended up reaching that same peak. But he still is a coach in the way that all these characters are coaches, but he can't show his face as he's not a top 5 striker. But with that being the case, let's actually hop into chapter 272, Rock, Paper, Scissors. Let's see. I have no idea who's talking here. Let's see. Ain't no way. So clearly this is meant to be a Michael Jordan ripoff from the baldness. Though I don't think Michael Jordan was ever that buff. But balls. Balls. Which one of you was it? Was it you, Nomura? Was this just a joke that you decided to slide by? Was it you, Kaneshiro Sensei? Why balls? I guess because it's just another word. I know you can't use bulls, but like, balls? I know what you are. Then again, I read Blue Lock, so let's be real. Let's see. When humans concentrate... Hold on, let me see if we can just put a narrator voice on, because I have no idea who this is. I'm sorry. I'll typically mute before I go off that. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see. When humans concentrate, their mouths sometimes hang open, and they move around with their tongues hanging out. This tendency, frequently observed in early childhood, occurs even among top athletes when excessive nervousness is released, and the body can deeply relax. I'll admit, I ain't never been that tense. Like, And maybe just because my tongue isn't long or anything like that. Like even if let me just see if I can fully relax my jaw. Because notably, I've been told before, like, not even when I just like forcefully mute, but just in general, I have like a tight like lock jaw. So let me see. Let me just fully like this is all a lot. I literally can't relax any more than that, and my tongue makes it to like to go anywhere beyond, like notably balls man here, and I'm assuming a reference to insert football player that I don't know here, though I feel like I know. I think I know the name of what this guy's supposed to be referenced to, but I don't remember. But I'm thinking, that's just effort. That's not something I can just do. Maybe it's different for other people who have longer tongues, but for me that's just like a weird thing. I couldn't imagine doing that. And I've been in scenarios where it's been like heated competition, the whole body needs to be relaxed. Like I've been in points where I swear my concentration's been through the roof. But I never have I like straight. I understand drooling when you're like locked in, like that's happened to me before on like the weirdest occasions. Like I still remember a time where I was running the 400 meter and I just straight just straight spit that was in my mouth, just straight like fell out, but never my tongue dangling like that. And like the thing is, I'd always be afraid of, because I bite my tongue not that often, but still whenever I do, it's when I'm not even dangling it out my mouth. I can't imagine how easy it would be to just so have any of y'all ever done this? I know I do have athletes and people of different backgrounds of physical activity in the comments. Have y'all ever, like, let y'all tongue dangle out? Like, not even let. Been so enraptured in something that your tongue is straight. I don't know. Let me know. Let's see. Oh, Loki. Loki sings? Let's see. Though, his is hanging out a bit too much. I didn't expect Renitoshi to be so wild. So that's the true nature of Blue Lock's number one. A fiend! Yes. he's an absolute fiend. And it's interesting. Now that we have context for Rin's tonguey self, it's interesting that his mentality leads to this state of absolute concentration. I know it's because he's, like, risking his life. And, like, the thing that his ego was originally based around, the whole chapter was talking about how sacrificing one's life at the expense of bringing up the best of another. It's meant to be. But, like, once again, Rin has been the only character to show this. The only one. And we have ran into a bunch of athletes in Blue Lock who have been super locked in. Super, like, Isagi's been super locked in. Kai's been super locked in. So many characters have been super locked in. So I'm kind of shocked that Rin's the only one displaying this phenomenon. I get it if it had even happened for, like, a panel or two. Like, you just saw, and then they immediately, like, snapped back in and then went on the move. But Rin, not only is the only one to show this kind of behavior, he's also the only one to, like, keep it on for so long. And, like, notably, we see that he thinks. Like, he's still conscious. But still, that's interesting. And people have pointed it out to him. So, clearly it's just something he does freely, I guess. No freaky deaky. Show the world what that tongue can do. But let's see. Matchup. Okay. Rin. See, look at that. Tongue bit immediately. Rin, Kaiser. Uh-oh. We got the reflex eyes. People have explained it to me. So, apparently the black sclera are reflex. The sparkly eyes are flow. Obviously, the slit is Predator Eye, and then any, like, ring design with lines through it is Metavision, unless it's Isagi's Metavision, which has to be unique, so it's puzzles. So, Rin's apparently in Reflex, and I can't tell if it's flow. I don't think it is, because their eyes aren't sparkly, they're, like, doing a whole circle drawing on itself thing. But let's see. Kaiser, tweaking? 1v1, 1v1? Look at the ball movement, look at the ball movement. Okay. Okay, Kaiser? Okay, wow, okay. I keep saying okay. Okay, no, I'm kidding. But, interesting. So, Rin, at least now, is still comparable to a very... Oh. I didn't even realize... Wait. Oh, so he lost... I didn't even realize that. Wait. So... Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's so sad. And that led into... Wow. Okay. You may be wondering, wait, Pencilman, what are you talking about? Isagi's on the ground. Which implies that when he went to do the back tackle with Rin to sort of parallel what Sei did to him back in U20, Him and Sace both stayed standing. They were just like off balance for a second. Isagi straight hit the ground. Like, don't get me wrong, Rin's huge relative to Isagi. Not huge, but like he's bigger than Isagi, and obviously has more physical stats. But still, it's crazy that Isagi triggered a whole flashback, 2-chapter flashback, and then next time we see him, he's like, "Oh shoot, I'm still not that guy yet. Wait, oh my back. Isagi, my boy, get up, fight back, dog, fight back, golly." But it looks like Rin and Kaiser are equal. At least for right now. Once again, Kaiser, strangely enough, it's hard to tell, right? It's hard to tell when I'm supposed to be like, oh, this be Flow. Or Remnants of Flow. Or this is Kaiser not in Flow. Like, is he just chilling right now and trying to 1v1 Destroyer mode Reflex Ren? Because it looks like that. And they both neutral out. But if anything, technically, you can definitely say this is a... Nah, in fact, I would say this is a flat-out win for Ren. Because, 1, he keeps the ball the entire time. And 2, he gets Kaiser's hand off him. So he basically... By staying neutral in the sense that neither gets a direct advantage, Rin technically wins because he won the clash. It's like... How about this? It's like teching. Technically, and this is to break it down into fighting game terms again, but specifically fighters fighting game terms. Once again, it's the only like cross tag game I play. It's like you're fighting your opponent and you both do Dragon Rush and you clash, but when you return to neutral, you have an assist while your opponent doesn't. Technically, y'all evened out. But since the other player has the assist, since you have the assist, technically you're up. Even though y'all both ended up neutral because y'all both won the Dragon Rush. Well, technically not both won the Dragon Rush. You challenge that. But still, interesting. So Rin, at this point, basically just beat Kaiser. On four. This took no effort. But please, let's see. Thanks for buying me time, you fool! Isagi. I'm not sure you can talk, bro. You literally got... But, like... Half of me wants to clown Isagi for getting body bagged, right? Because, like... It is just it's a funny concept to me. I'm not sure if it's a funny concept to anyone else. Just the image of Isagi on 4K in somebody's living room getting straight... Boom! Beamed to the ground by Rin. Someone who's a whole year his junior, by the way. And, or... Maybe I should laugh at Isagi, but just the idea that he's like, thanks for buying me time. What did you need time bought for? Oh, because he body bagged you, huh? Yeah. That's rough, but let's see. Thanks for buying me time, you fool. Oh, see, it looks so wrong. And why does he look so angular? What the? He looks way too angular here. Sorry, I know I keep getting caught on random details, but the thing is, I run into this dilemma every single time I review Blue Lock, or really any manga that has an art style I like, aka any of the manga I review, but I always glaze heavily. Like, call me a donut factory with how much glaze I be putting all over these mangaka. But with it being the case, I always try to look for things that have me able to critique, because usually I just critique character work or how a story's progressing. But like, shock horror, I'm that guy with the pencil. I feel like I should have some artistic opinions that aren't, oh my sweet mother mercy, suck Nomura's toes for a fraction of his ability. And maybe I would. But still, I want to be able to call it out. And I'll admit, Rin in Destroyer mode with no black sclera, regular eyes, and super duper sharp jawline does look pretty funny here. But once again, it's like, so this is like a fourth of the page. So what? Maybe that's like an eighth of the entire page. And most people aren't even going to notice that. It's just going to look regular. Let's see. Stay back, Yoichi. Are you sure about that? But let's see. I'm dueling the slobbering fool. Why can't y'all just jump him? Well, to be fair, you should have defenders. But still, why don't y'all just jump him? And be laissez-faire. Whoever gets the ball gets the ball. Like, why not just jump? I don't know. Am I bad? Like, I believe in the art of jumping. I mentioned it before. In Smash Bros., I don't care about ones. If we're running duos, or trios if we're playing 6-player Smash, or quads if we're running 8-player Smash, the moment I beat my opponent, there's no honorably running ones. I'm jumping. I know some people would never want to play Smash with me upon hearing that, but like, I'm gonna jump you. And we're trying to win. What do I look like running the ones with you? Or letting you run ones? No. I'm jumping you to oblivion and back. Why would I not? You're getting jumped right this instant. And this would be no different. And like, I get it. They're rivals, but like, there's one guy who I've mentioned him before. He's a Mario player. And he's loyal to Mario. Back in the day, I was a Sonic player, and we used to run the craziest first to fives on Smash 4. But then Ultimate came out, and I ended up hopping around characters. Still play Sonic a bit. But whenever we team up, in spite of the fact that we are ops 99.9% of the time, he's the consistent. We're probably even at this point with how much we've gone back and forth. But still, when push comes to shove, man, we jumping. But I guess, these two, they're still too mature for that. And that's the thing. That's the thing that's gonna suck the most. We're never, unless something crazy happens, something crazy unexpected happens, we're never gonna get the chance to see these two actually work together on the same team. Ever. There's no way. Because we're transitioning into the U20. Maybe if there's a club arc post U20, like I've seen a lot of people say, okay, Blue Lock's really gonna go for a while. Like we're expecting the more Sensei's not gonna get tired, gonna show Sensei's not gonna get tired, and we're going. Like the end of the series is nowhere near. This series ain't ending at what? We're on 272. It's not ending at 272. It's not ending at 372. It's not ending at 472. We're going for like the 600s. Like if we're talking that kind of pacing, then maybe there's gonna be like a club arc post U20 World Cup, and then maybe we'll see these two actually get to work together. But this is the final time. Like we're gonna get to see Rin and Cheetah work together. It's inevitable. They're gonna be on the same team. We're gonna get to see Isagi and Rin work together. It's inevitable. They're on the same team. Baro and Isagi, Chigiri and Isagi. No matter what ever Blue Lock character you want to take that you believe is gonna make the top 23, we're gonna see them work with Isagi. He's the main character. He's likely going to be the team captain. It's gonna be him. All right. But Kaiser, he's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity right now. He's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of guy. If we don't get working with him now on the books, intentionally working with him, not accidentally working with him. If we don't get intentionally working with him now on the books, we may never get on the books, not again, ever. Which is really sad, because I really, really like Kaiser. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Rin's back to normal. Dog, you calmed down way too quickly. What happened to being locked in? Let's see. I've grasped the key to accessing my flow state. The desire to bring out the best in my opponent and crush it and risk my life destroying someone incredible is an impulse from the depths of my psyche. That feels a little crazy. I know y'all be like, what? Pencil, don't you enjoy the thrill of a good fight? Of good competition? Yeah. But like, y'all can call me a coward, fake, whatever you want to call me. Dog, I ain't risking my life for nothing. Like, the only things I could ever see myself feasibly risking my life for is, like, my family, and especially my kids. When I have them. Once again, I ain't got nothing now. But, like, those are the only times. Ain't no way on this good green earth am I risking anything over a soccer game? Nah. So, I don't get Rin's mentality, but hey, I mean, like you said, it comes from the depths of his psyche. So, it's very likely that it's not so much Rin the conscious person, it's Rin the subconscious that was pre-built. Which is crazy, but accurate. And it's interesting that when faced with two people who are extremely incredible, who are basically carbon copies of the other, except one has better stats, I'm shocked that Rin fell out of it. At least seemingly enough temporarily. He's kind of just calmed. Let's see. During the U20 match, I was able to perform at such a high level, because in that game, I was giving it my all to crush Sei, my strongest opponent. Strongest opponent at the time or strongest opponent ever? Well, he says in the U20 match, so I'm assuming it's 10. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to say that Sei is power cut in of himself. I do think he's still going to be relevant in the long run. He kind of has to be. But I do see that, like, U20 Sei, in comparison to a lot of our characters with Neo Aegis League amps, he's kind of like, low-key, if you were to take, like, half of the U20 team from the U20 World Arc and sub them out with, like, maybe half of the Blue Lockers and their development in Neo Aegis League, I think Sei gets curb stomped. Even if you were to throw back, like, an Evolved Shido in there, too. Like, I don't think it works. Let's see. And now, standing before me, are the one I want to pulverize, and this darn nuisance. Ah. Okay, hold on. Let me take a sip, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take a sip. The sip was immaculate. But back to what I was talking about. So Kaiser isn't even registered as a threat. That's kind of insane. But I guess because Rin doesn't know Kaiser, that's interesting though. Because so far, the only two people that have brought something out of Rin akin to the Destroyer State are Isagi and Sei. He hasn't known Isagi for that long, but it's been long enough that maybe he established a personal connection. But I'm shocked that Rin doesn't view Michael Kaiser as a threat. The new Gen 111, man with the fastest swing speed in the world, Metavision, Predator. Oh, he doesn't know that. Those latter 2 points. But still, that's like a big deal to just call Kaiser of all characters a nuisance. Ren, you are not Lorenzo, my boy. You cannot run these fades, especially when it's a 2-on-1. No, they're gonna spread your cheeks open. Let's see. My conditions have been met. All that's left for me is to set my life ablaze within this moment and bring the courage to die. If I were to show this panel to someone who doesn't know a blue from a lock, they're gonna be like, "What on the good green?" Like you can see the soccer ball. I can't imagine trying to explain this to somebody else. So you see, there's this very important character. I wouldn't call him like a deuteragonist, but yeah, I'd say he's a pretty major antagonist turn ally turn antagonist again. Yeah, he's low key looking to die, and they'd look at me and be like, "You're kidding, right?" And I'd be like, "No. He don't have a good mind left. He lost it all." Like legitimately, that's crazy, dog. And bring forth the courage to die. I don't know. Once again, I'm cool with risking one's life. I am. Once again, I go swimming all the time. I could get a cramp. I could have my heart skip a beat and just boom. That's technically risking my life. I like rock climbing. Just in general. Not so much in real life, because it's hot out there. But, like, on rock walls, I could just fall and just... I like travel in general. That's technically the risk of my life. I'm not bringing forth the courage I'm not looking for it. Death, it's waiting for me regardless. Unless someone comes and tells me otherwise, I'm mortal. I'm gonna go eventually, one way or another. I ain't ever gonna go out and seek it, though. Not something I'm gonna do. For no reason on this good green earth is gonna really make me be like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm good. Now! I'll be good eventually anyway, so I ain't doing that. But let's see Rin explode and bring forth the courage to die. I'm not getting that close. Oh, even Carter's like, you can handle that, big dog. Essentially flipping the scenario that Isagi had on him before, where Kaiser was just like right behind Isagi, and Isagi was like, hey, you remember this guy? Remember this guy who just scored? Yeah, him. Y'all should focus in. So essentially, he flipped the script. He said, wappa, and then just rotated that bad boy around. So it makes sense that he's like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, you go fight that thing. And then the moment it's off balance, I'm gonna take the ball. That is the smartest. It's a real slick and smooth way to play it. Once again, Kaiser's all about optimization at this point. There is no real reason to directly engage when Rin ultimately is gonna have to deal with him one way or another. But he's not charging in. But I want to crush the both of them. Rin! You just called him a nuisance. Nuisances don't interfere. Isn't this what you wanted? Ain't you want ones? Huh? What? You want to get spread? By 2 men? You're not helping us beat the allegations. The allegations, Rin, please. We gotta stop calling it BL. You know what they'll think? We know exactly what they think. Let's say, Blue Rose. You're gonna get bitten by Yoichi and the feral dog. Oh, I love Kaiser's Metavision. I'm still so sick and tired. Give him unique Metavision designs. I know, Kaneshiro Sensei. I know Isagi has to be special. But give him a unique one, dog. What does he mean by feral dog? Whoa! Since when were you in this one? Looking in fire, gotta freak. forgot entirely about Ness. I kind of forgot about Ness because I figured he'd be used only for like Isagi's plays. Like for the final goal. My brain is still so locked in on the final goal isn't going to be a pass from Hiyori, isn't going to be a pass from Corona, it's going to be a pass from Ness. And he's going to have the choice between Kaiser and Isagi, and he's going to choose Isagi. But, okay, Ness, with that bulging quad coming out of nowhere. What in the world? And this face, Ness. You know, there's a term we have for people like you. We call them fiends. I mean, like, it's not the worst thing to be called, but Ness, you may want to get that checked out, bro. You look like you got rabies. So let's let me join the fun. All right. Oh shoot, he actually got the ball from Rin though. Darn it, my plan flopped. What was the plan, Rin? To get jumped? Like, I get it. He wants to bring out the best of his opponents and risk his life. But like, be for real, Rin. There's like, how do I put this? I could hypothetically fight someone my exact same size. I would lose, because I don't know how to fight. But I could do it. Technically, that would be me risking my life. In order to bring out the best of my opponent, yada, 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 yada. Same philosophy as Red. But, if I had to fight two people who are my size, and plot twist, they aren't actually my size. One guy's slightly smaller than me, but isn't equal to me in every other way. And the other guy's just bigger than me, and faster than me, and stronger than me. Then what do I look like taking the bolt on at the same time? Why? And then imagine a third guy jumps in. No! So Rin, I'm not sure what the plan was other than to get jumped and lose. Let's see. My plan flopped. The cool-headed Emperor won't play along. Else I'm bring him a more compelling challenge? Yeah. Why would he? Like, dude. You know, but you know what? I can somewhat get where Rin's coming from because I also believe in jump lock. Like I believe in the philosophy that you should always jump your opponents. Like, fight fair. What's fair? Fair is me winning. So yeah, I believe in jumping too. So maybe that's initially what Rin expected, and I suppose it is the more logical play. But I feel like Rin still needs to understand these two don't like each other, and they'll use each other for each other's ends. So I think Rin, he's gonna have to just get that in his head. Isagi and Kaiser, unfortunately, may just never work together. But let's see. What'd you think of my press, Kaiser? Yes. Hop off tip, bro. You're not helping the allegations. Yes, please. Stop gargling on it. I can see it in your throat, dog. Stop. Let's see. I don't care. I'm not your master anymore. Yeah, Kaiser, you're so stupid. So stupid. Like, I love Kaiser. Fantastic character. Great dude. Not great dude. He's a horrible person. I still love him. Kaiser is the Endeavor of Blue Lock for me. Like, Endeavor is a character who a bunch of people don't like, and he's a terrible person. But he's literally my favorite thing to come out of My Hero Academia. Period, point blank. Shigaraki once had that title, but then plot happened to him. But Kaiser, he's in that same boat. Except Endeavor was never just outright stupid. Like, Kaiser, what are you going to do when you go back home, dog? What are you going to do? You're not built for this. Why are you setting yourself up for failure like this? You're thinking so short term. Fool. Let's see. Still so tepid. Okay, Ren. Tell me that when you have the ball back. Let's see. Second ball! Ugh. Let me have a turn. Ever since I broke my... You know what the funny thing is? I don't even think I can. I still can. Fun fact, because I know not everyone watches the entirety of Pencil Lore. Ooh, ew, there's a stain on my shirt? Ew. Nasty. But, fun fact, I have a new ring light. I have another copy of that ring light. Up over there. Why? Because in a live reaction, I tweaked out so hard when I stood up, I broke the darn ring light. I think it was expensive. So were the replacements. They were even more expensive. Inflation going crazy right now. So now, I do want a freaking geek. But like, within limits. Because I'm scared. Your boy ain't made of money. But I gotta keep a certain aesthetic. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. But let's see. Let me have a turn too. I bet I can stand out right now. Oh, he's such a fiend. But why is he speaking in a... What does it sound like? I need to go back. Did they do it in the anime? I forget how much of Shido they showed and how much of Shido's emoji speak was a thing in like early pre-U20 match Blue Lock. Like I genuinely don't know if I'm just flat out straight hardline tweaking, in the sense of like, oh, well, maybe they do make just noises. But the fact that it's just straight up an emoji, it bothered me to like, and like the thing is, Kaneshiro Sensei's the writer. So do they just put in the script? Do they just put smiling horned creature emoji? I don't know, and that scares me. Let's see, Charles, what you better cook? What you better cook, Charles? What you better cook? A meal? A meal? Hey, pass, monster jaw boy. Kunigami. He's still breathing down your neck, dog. What? Why would he pass? I mean, you know, go for adversity. But, like, Shido, it does not look like you're free, dog. I would not. Like, Shido, I hate it, dog. Once again, it's the 3-goal format. The blessing and the curse of the Neo Aegis League. The 3-goal format kills some characters. Shido cannot score again. I'll be honest, he cannot. It is a law of nature. He cannot score again. Just like Kaiser can't score again. Isagi needs to win. And that by proxy, BM needs to win. And by proxy, once Rin gets this 1 goal in his destroyer time, that's it. He's done. He's cooked for this and that. Same thing with same thing happened with Baro. He's cooked. I'm like cooked. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack on the side. Cooked. Delicious. A fine top of the line meal. If Loki subs in, he ain't scoring either. That's the thing. It's the limits of the 3-goal match. So Shido, what a terrible fate, my friend. But let's see. I see. I figured it out. Riditoshi's talent, in terms of skill, individual skill, is clearly the most exceptional in Blue Lock. Oh, okay, Kaiser? Glaze and Rin now? I wasn't expecting that. And Yoichi. A fiend for it as well. We have multiple fiends in this manga. Let's see. Has continually adapted and evolved in order to defeat Rin. Which means the core of Blue Lock is the rivalry between these two. Let's see, the core of BM is the rivalry between you and Isagi. Isagi's a part of a lot of cores. Let's see. And stealing the spotlight. Like, he's speaking in emojis. It's literally just entirely emojis. What does that mean? Sorry. My doctor was talking about my blood pressure. Something about the emoji speak, it just gets it through the roof. I have a pacemaker. I'm kidding. Let's see. And stealing the spotlight from within the shadow of the sparks that they produce. Ooh, a 50-50? Who is Charles passing to? I guess we'll never know. Let's see. Is my current impossible challenge. Stealing the spot. Okay. But you know what the funny thing is? Up until recently, I wouldn't really say Rin was the centerpiece. Like, it really was Kaiser and Isagi throughout this entire match. I'll admit, PHG's low-key been... I mean, Charles had a little bit of a moment, but it's mostly been... Like, low-key, Rin just recently woke up. Like, bro been sleeping a little bit. So, I wouldn't call this challenge exactly impossible, Kaiser. But I get what he means in general. Like, making sure he can overcome that dynamic, which is the center focal point of the match. And Shido's basically not a character anymore since he has the Kunigami power pack on him. Yeah, I guess, legally speaking, this would be the impossible challenge of the moment. Let's see. Wah! Kai jerk! Did you want him to just let you pass? You're lucky he didn't drop kick you, Charles, for speaking in emojis. Well, I mean, I thought so. Like, if I ever heard someone speak in emojis in real life, somehow, I have no idea how they would do that. But, like, if they did, I wouldn't be biased against them. Maybe. But let's see. Go away, you bit-part contrarian. I mean, low-key. Once again, I'm not sure if we're going to see... We will. We'll see Charles again. He's too young. We'll see Charles again. But still... I'm hoping he gets, once again, another character heavily limited by the 3-goal format. He can only succeed twice. And that's the thing. He can only succeed twice. And for the rest of the match, he kind of just has to be there. In terms of his main thing, which is passing, he can only succeed twice, which is really, really, really unfortunate for him. Like, a lot of characters are just so heavily limited by the 3-goal format. Honestly, if I could go back in time, and I know people be like, oh, Pencil, you're gonna make the arcs in the game even longer. I don't care. I love these games. But still, I would remove it outright. I would outright remove the goal limit, or I would up it. I would be like, okay, 6 goals, or 7 goals, or 10, well, maybe not 10, but still, like, first to 5 or something like that. At least, yeah, go with, like, second selection. Second selection had a good balance where many different characters could score, and some characters numerous times, and the game wouldn't immediately be over. But for this, I feel like 3 is just too little. Let's see. Darn, Isagi, get off the ground, bro. Stop getting pushed down there. Let's see. I see. Sorry, hold on. I need to, like, I'm not even going to say replay because I don't own it, but I need to do a rewatch of Sonic 06 so I can get Silver's voice re-downloaded because I'm about to hit it. I see it! Is that the Iblis trigger? I can't do it. Who voices Silver? No, I'm not going to get to that sidetrack. But back in the day, I used to do a mean Silver. Let's see. I've grasped the state of the field. Have you, dog? Because it looks like you've grasped the state of the ground. Let's see. The quality of Rin's movements is increasing, and I'm the only one who can barely keep up with him. That means I'm being less cautious of Kaiser, which makes it easier for him to move. But when Kaiser attacks on his own like before, as long as I can grab his attention and crush him, it's no problem. I can make him spread it wide open, bust it wide open. Ball bounce off Nanase, but my son Corona? Yo! I saw the comment. I birthed him. That's my son. Don't you dare say I'm not the father. It was when my shark boy got flipped over by Rin. There was a person in the comments who explicitly said, "You are not the father." I birthed him. He came from my thigh on some Dionysus and Zeus type beat. Corona, that's my son. Don't you dare take my baby boy away from me. That's my son. Please stop Nanase, son. Please. Do it for Dad. I'm watching from home. Let's see. But when I stand out, Rin sneaks in. And my movements get easier to read, so it turns into an endless cycle. The quality of our abilities and plays are creating a perfect power balance. If one of us gets ahead, one of the other two strikes them down. Right. Okay, Robert says. Right now, Rin, and Kaiser are locked in a battle of rock, paper, scissors. Kinda. I feel like it's more so... Can I say the... I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this dates me. But there's a game I used to play called Blast Splagooter. Let's say that. It's when you go... And then you would have to either up it. You know, have to up it. Or you would block. Or you would reflect. Or you would reload. After you've already upped it. But you essentially... The play is always to open up with a reload. If y'all know the game I'm talking about, y'all know the game I'm talking about. I would say it's more like that. Because the thing with rock, paper, scissors is there's a specific sequence. Meanwhile, any of them can get in each other's way. At any moment. So, for the analogy here, while Rin does beat Isagi, Kaiser also beats Isagi. If he feels like it, if the situation arises. So, Kaiser isn't paper. He's just an option that can randomly beat Isagi. So, I wouldn't say it's rock, paper, scissors. I'd say it's more... and up at it, because that is more freeform. Anything can happen. And in that game, there's the idea of the reflector, where ultimately someone could up it against you, but then immediately you reflect it. So that's what I assume Isagi's going to do here. He's going to figure out a point where he can reflect the dynamic. So when Rin or Kaiser thinks they're a rock coming in to crush his scissors, he's going to be able to plot twist pull out a paper, and then bada bing, bada boom. So, interesting, though I wouldn't say the comparison is exactly right about rock, paper, scissors. Isagi, I'm not sure you cooked on this one, buddy. But let's see. Which means the slightest error or a glimmer of a chance will create a condition for one of us to score a goal. I see it! The key to the next goal will be someone besides us three. Oh, interesting. A fourth piece who tries to steal the leading role. Will they create a fatal opening on the field, or will they force a new sense of values onto this match? Don't let that moment slip away. Ooh, who's going to be the fourth man? Now, that's a good question. Maybe Kuni? Maybe Big Gami? Because, like, notably, he's the only character who... Oh, no, he appears here too. So, I wonder who's going to be. Interesting. I don't know. That's an interesting fourth. I wasn't expecting that. Who needs it? I swear if it's Igaguri, Kaneshiro Sensei, I will find you. Let's see. I'll score my own goal. To win. To steal. To pulverize. Rin! The alligator, stop licking your lips, dog! You're on live TV, bro. The sponsors are watching. Stop. But okay, interesting state of field. I was not expecting that to be the case. That a fourth man is going to have to interfere and try to specifically steal the spotlight. So I'm assuming it's going to have to be a striker. We have a couple options, but on the top of my dome, I don't really know. I'm excited. Hold on a moment. Allow me to draw my blade and inform you. I love it when it makes that noise. Makes my toes curl. But with it being the case, yeah, the chapter's worthy. Overall, I'm intrigued. This chapter does seem to set up everyone going into their own, like, 120% states. Like, this even reminds me of, like, the panel from JJK where everyone's, like, awakened off a Black Flash, from Isagi burning with Metavision, Kaiser in flow with the Predator Eye, and Rin seemingly re-engaging Destroyer mode, admittedly not with Reflex, but at least his eyes are starting to turn to that Destroyer pattern. I'm intrigued to see it. However, if you were intrigued enough with me, I guess, to make it all the way to the end of this video, please, do me a favor and leave. Oh, see, my brain is thinking of like big fancy. Why not leave Imperial Annihilation? It's so specific. Imperial is spelled Imperial, Imperial, and then Annihilation, N-A, no, not N-A, A-N-N-I-L-I-H. I'm not, for whatever the rest of Annihilation. Jeez, I need to go back to my spelling. But Imperial Annihilation in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions. That scared the soul out of me. Sweet mother of mercy, y'all. That was just like an accidentally falling off the wall. Jeez. But the house is gonna die. But every other series I review, after variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Now I'm extra scared. That thing will fall. But I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to even thank you to our $3 members, Zena, Greyhound, Astro, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, G Prosper, Red Wolf 4765, and Paris Arnold. I'd like to leave another big ol' thank you to our $5 patrons, Sean, Sammy, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Josh Brown, and A+A. And I'd like to give a great big thank you to our $7 members, Autumn Mornings Lazo, Fine, and That Guy. And I'd like to give a great big thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and Akid's Void. And I'd like to give big, hefty, juicy thank yous to our $10 patrons, Panda Goat, Michael Williamson, Metal Solid Crisis, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give the biggest, juiciest, meatiest, sloppiest, and heftiest thank you of them all to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.